Welcome back to Unstable TV! And you're sure to Irish Couple Reacts. And do stay tuned because this happens every week.
So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you! So we've been asked by, I don't know how many people on our the Muslim spoken word video that we done. So many people asked us to check this out. So this is 10 surprising scientific miracles in the Quran. So yeah, let's have a look and see what this is all about.
So a very big shout out to everyone that did ask us this. We know you have asked us for the prayers and the talks between Jesus, the throne of Allah, and a lot of other readings from the Quran. We do have them reactions on the way, so bear with us guys. We're just working through a list here at the moment. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this for ourselves and you guys. Let's go!
Muslims from all around the world view the Quran as a direct revelation from God, and often passages of the Quran related to science are used as evidence of the Quran's divine origins. Welcome to another FT Facts episode. My name is Leroy Kenton, and in this episode, it was actually requested by Don Zahir Machiavelli, and many of you also requested this topic too, so thank you for your video suggestion. And now this was an extremely fascinating episode, so you definitely got to watch it up until the end. I don't want you to miss any of these 10 miracles. So the first thing is the speed of light. Muslims believe that angels are created from light, and the angels communicate the affairs of God, which they get from what is known as a preserved tablet in outer space. And the speed at which they travel to and from this tablet, it turns out to actually be the speed of light. In the Quran, Surah 32 verse 5, it says, Allah rules the cosmic affairs from the heavens to the earth. Then this affair travels to him a distance in 1 day, at a measure of 1,000 years of what you count. Hence, in 1 day, the angels will travel a distance of 1,000 years according to the lunar calendar, because that's what Muslims counted at that time. The belief is that God is saying that the angels travel in 1 day the same distance that the moon travels in 12,000 lunar orbits. 12,000 lunar orbits or Earth days equals the speed of light. Now science shows that. Now the atmosphere protects us is the next thing. So the atmosphere protects Earth from radiation and meteorites. Now this is also portrayed in the Quran 1400 years ago. In the Quran, Surah 21 verse 32, it says, and we made the sky a protective shield, and they turn away from its sign. The next scientific miracle in the Quran is the female bees are the worker bees. So worker bees are actually all females. Now the Quran refers to bees that generate honey as females. So listen to this. In the Quran, Surah 16 verses 68 to 69, it says, and your Lord revealed to the bees, build your hives in mountains, trees, and in what they build. Then eat from every fruit and follow your Lord's enslaved paths. From its bellies exists drink of different color, in it healing for man. So in Arabic, the word eat or kuli is for females, and that's used in the Quran. And the term follow a path is the word usluki in Arabic, and that refers to females as well. As also the term its bellies is butuniha, and that's also used for females. The Quran also mentions hearing before seeing. So this is what I mean. So hearing is one of the first senses to develop. Now this is only known in recent history, and it's also mentioned in the Quran. The Quran, Surah 76 verses 2, it says, we created man from a fertilizing sperm to test him, and we made him hearing and seeing. Also the Quran, Surah 23:78, it says, it is he who produced for you the hearing and the eyesight and the feelings, but little gratitude you show. So the Quran always refers to the hearing before the seeing, which turned out to be the actual order of human development in the womb. Flight comes in at number 6. So the Quran is also believed by Muslims to have foretold that humans someday would be able to reach the sky. In Surah 29:22, it says, you cannot escape Allah's might on earth or in the sky, and you have no protector and no savior besides Allah. Also in Surah 84:19, it says, you will ride one layer from another layer. The word tabak in Arabic means layer in English, and from this came certain myths about flying carpets, but now the flying aircrafts that go up layer upon layer are what we know today. Also, sound waves. According to the University of Washington, the original sound waves were not temperature variations, but they were actual real sound waves spreading around the universe. Now in the Quran, Surah 41 verse 11 indicates this, and it says, "Then he directed himself to the heaven when it was smoke, and then said to it and to the earth, 'Come willingly or by force.' They said, 'We do come willingly.'" So the heaven replying back implies that the heaven had a voice, which would mean it emitted a sound wave. Another miracle Muslims point to is high altitudes affect your breathing. As altitude increases, atmospheric pressures and oxygen levels in the atmosphere decrease, which eventually gets to a point where we can no longer breathe. Now, we all know this. The higher you go, the harder it is to breathe. Now, in the Quran, Surah 6 verse 125, it says this: "Those whom Allah wants to guide, He opens their chest to Islam, and those whom He wants to leave astray, He makes their chest tight and constricted, as if they are ascending to the sky." Bones forming before muscles is also another miracle. Apparently, the first formation of actual bones happens in the jawbone at day 41, and about 3 days later, that's when the associated muscles are formed. And in the Quran, Surah 23 verse 14, it says, "Then we develop the semen into a leech, then we develop the leech into a lump, then we develop the lump into bones, then we clothe the bones with flesh, then we produce it into another creature. Most blessed is Allah, the best of creators." Number 2, now we look at the part of the brain responsible for lying. So for centuries, everybody thought that the frontal part of the human brain was responsible for sight, because of course it's at the front of your head. But we know now that the part responsible for vision is actually at the back of the brain. So if you fall back and hit the back of your head, it could affect your sight or make your eyes go cross-eyed. But now science shows us that the frontal part of our brain, or the prefrontal cortex, is responsible for forming intelligent thoughts like creating lies. And Muslims quote the Quran, Surah 96 verse 16, that says, "A lying, sinful forehead," which indicates that lying is happening in the front of your head. Now, number 1, we have planets, stars, and all of the celestial bodies are actually moving. For centuries, it was believed that the Earth was fixed, and the sun and the moon and other planets and the stars and all that revolved around the Earth. But an interesting passage from the Quran that the Muslims point to is Surah 39 verses 5, and it says, "Allah created the heavens and the earth in truth. He overlaps the night over the day and overlaps the day over the night, and enslaves the sun and the moon. All move to a pre-recorded destiny." Alright guys, so these were just some of the passages that Muslims called miracles of the Quran. But now I want to hear from you. Join on the conversation down below. And if you have any requests for any future FTD Facts episodes, also leave them down below or shoot me a message on social media.
Whoa, okay. So first off, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Do make sure you go check them out, give them a like, subscribe and share. A lot of mind-blowing stuff. So it's the Quran that came up with speed of light, not science. Wow, and they came up with flight as well. So a lot of scientific stuff sounds like it's derived from the Quran, by the way the writings are going. That's very impressive. So we understand now why you guys were asking us to check this out. We have learned a bit here. What did you think of that, Danielle?
Some of them, yeah, 100%. It does definitely sound like it came from the Quran. Some of them were a little bit wishy-washy.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound a bit like it, but it's not too convincing to me that that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Some of them just seem a little bit, you know, this sounds a little bit similar to this, so that's what we're going to go with. Maybe I could be wrong, because we only heard a little passage of them, so if anybody wants to give more information below, let us know. And I'm not trying to offend anybody here. That's just, I mean, from hearing just these 10 alone, me, myself, I'm not too convinced on all 10 of them, but some of them make sense.
Yeah, so if you guys have anything further you want to tell us or to check out, please do. And that has been our 2 cents, and we'll chop ourselves out as.
As always, you are the beautiful people of YouTube, and we have been Unstable TV.
So, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this reaction video. And if you have any suggestions for us to do, let us know too.
And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye.